do we do with these?
I've got mine too. Te tiro. We'll have a practice run.
Oh, yes, thank goodness.
Kia ora koutou katoa. Ni hao, talofa lava, ma loelelei, konnichiwa. No mai haere mai koutou to distinguished guests, friends, whānau, and graduands. Welcome to Massey University graduation. For those of you graduating today, well done. You've made it ka rawe. For those supporting our graduates, you've made it also. Found your car park, found your seat. Nice work.
What's he looking at?
Your personal journey to graduation has taken time, dedication, and determination, all of which you've applied throughout your time at Massey. It is something you should be very proud of. A qualification from Massey University is recognised and respected all over the world. But don't just take it from me. Esteemed guests, let me introduce you to Jeremy Corbett.
Well, thanks for having me. Massey's community of graduates, or alumni, as I like to say because I'm Latin, extends to more than 154,000 past students in over 150 countries. Our alumni office will keep you connected with the university after you graduate. They've got news, updates, professional development opportunities and exclusive invitations to networking functions. Visit alumnionline.massey.ac.nz to register. Don't be a stranger.
Sweet. Now some of you might have been here before, so you know what to expect. But for the rest of you, pay close attention and we'll run you through what you need to know. Now for some housekeeping before we start. Please ensure all mobile phones are on silent and your camera flash is turned off for the duration of the ceremony. You don't want to be that person.
My bad. Sorry.
Our team are on hand if you need help at any point during today's ceremony. Due to current health regulations, masks are recommended to be worn in the auditorium. Wharepaku or toilets are located in the venue's foyer. Head to the closest store and the ushers can direct you. You'll find water, first aid kits and spare masks in the foyer.
In the event of an emergency, please keep calm. Follow the calm directions of the venue and the calm Massey staff and make your calm way towards the exit. Calmly.
Be mindful of those around you, and if you need assistance, our team are there to help. Okay, now that we've got that out of the way, we can get into the ceremony formalities. You'll be asked to stand while the official and academic processions enter the room and head to their seats on the stage. I'll take you through that setup later. But first, let's make sure you're dressed correctly and ready to go. If you're receiving a diploma or certificate, you'll be wearing a gown with a stole that sits straight down the front of your gown with the university coat of arms facing out. If you're receiving your postgraduate certificate or diploma, you will have a stole, gown, and are entitled to wear a trencher in recognition of your prior qualification. Bachelors and masters, you will also have a gown, but with a coloured hood and a trencher. Yes, that portai you are holding, it's called a trencher. But don't put it on your head yet. You put that on when you graduate. Remember, you're still a graduand. Your hood goes over your shoulders with the coloured satin against your back. If you're holding a bonnet like I am, you'll be receiving a doctorate, and this isn't your first rodeo. Your hood is all satin with red on the outside and blue on the inside. The red should be facing straight down the front of your gown. We welcome all cultural garments to be worn with pride across the stage. Those with korowai and Pacific cloaks. These are worn over your gown with the hood draped over top. Whakarongo mai, listen up. This is very important photo information. Your hood should be up on your shoulders when crossing the stage and not sliding down around your arms.
Don't worry, we have ushers who will ensure your regalia is sitting correctly and you're looking fabulous just before you cross the stage. And if you realise there's something missing from your regalia set, please let one of the Massey staff know as soon as you can. It's okay, there's still time. Calm.
Let's have a meet your neighbour moment. Turn to your left or right and say hi to your neighbour. Check they've got all their regalia on correctly. Oh. Now that we know you look the part, let's talk about the stage. The first two rows are the people running the show. That's the Chancellor, Pro-Chancellor, Vice-Chancellor, Deputy Vice-Chancellors and the senior leadership team, followed by our council members and college academics who will be calling your names. The rows behind are filled with the people who helped get you here, your lecturers, tutors, and supervisors. Our venues are also equipped with hearing loops. Okay, it's time to walk the walk. When it's your turn to cross the stage, your full name will be called. It's really important you're in the right seat. The seat number on your ticket and your seat allocation is the order in which you'll be called to cross the stage. Now's your chance to check you're in the right seat. Once you know you're in the right seat, let's get ready for your call. Bachelors and Masters, hold your trencher in your left hand and not your right. You'll need that one to shake the Chancellor's hand later. When your name is called, leave everything else on your seats. Unless you're getting your PhD, in which case you'll be joining the academics on the stage. Walk, don't run, towards the Chancellor who is poised to shake your hand. The Chancellor has to shake a lot of hands today, so take it easy on them. If you don't wish to shake hands, please walk towards the Chancellor with your right hand on your left shoulder. When you reach the Chancellor, they'll doff you with a special doffing cap. Smile! Your official photograph will be taken. Take your time crossing the stage. This is a happy moment, your happy moment. All those late nights, stress deadlines, group assignments, they're all behind you. You can now put your trencher on. You are no longer a graduate. Nope. You have officially graduated.
Oh my gosh. I'm so proud.
Before you leave the stage, you'll be handed your qualification, your tohu. Embrace your well-deserved cheering and applause. Then head back to your seat to return the favour for your friends. Last but not least, to your friends, whānau, ainga and family who have supported you through this journey. It's your moment too. When your graduate crosses the stage, stand up, cheer and applaud. We encourage you to waiata, haka, bese and honour your graduate. Let's all celebrate together. Make some noise. Once again, congratulations. Today is a celebration of your academic success. We hope today you feel an enormous sense of pride and satisfaction in what you've achieved and excitement for your future aspirations.
E tū ki tō kei o te waka, kia pākia koe e ngā ngaru o te wā. Stand at the stern of the waka and feel the spray of the future biting at your face.
Graduands, friends and whānau, please stand for the academic and official procession.
Tēnā koutou katoa, he mihi tino mahana. Warm greetings to you all gathered here today. I declare this congregation to be in session. Please remain standing as we start our proceedings today with the University Waiata. Thank you. Please be seated. A tēnei te mihi atu ki te iti, ki te rahi, te katoa, a koutou, kua rau ka mai nei I tēnei rangi nui whakaharahara. I tangi tonu ana tēnā koe mō rātou kia ngaro I te tirohanga kanohe. Haere, koutou, haere, oti atu. Kia tātou te kānoi ora e hui nei I raro I te maru o Oteha, tēnā tātou. Ki te iwi kāinga Ngāti Whātua ki Kaipara, tai atu ki ona piringa kātua, tēnā koutou katoa. Nō reira, e nā karangatanga katoa, tēnā koutou, a tēnā koutou, a tēnā tātou katoa. Vice-Chancellor, members of Massey University Council, the university community, the Auckland Campus Graduation Committee, distinguished guests, graduates, and families. A warm welcome to you all. My name is Michael Ahi. I am the Chancellor of Te Kunenga ki Purihuroa Massey University Council, which means I chair the group responsible for overseeing the university's governance and have the great pleasure in presiding over graduation ceremonies and conferring qualifications to our successful students. I want to extend my thanks to everyone involved in putting this ceremony together. It feels even more important to be together today when we reflect on the past 2 years when that was not always possible. It is also my great privilege to be with you and to warmly welcome you to the last and eighth ceremony here in Tamaki Makaurau, Auckland. For 95 years, Te Kunenga ki Purihuroa Massey University has played a fundamental role in the development and advancement of New Zealand's economic and cultural landscape. Through a combination of research and teaching, we strive to make change by seeking knowledge to answer the real problems impacting the world. And one of the most important ways we can continue to achieve that commitment is to make a difference, is through our tauira, our students. By supporting your ambitions, your vision, we can play a role in helping you set a course for strong and influential futures that weave together to build a better future for New Zealand and indeed the world. The commitment, passion and work ethic of our Massey graduates means they do more than just complete their chosen course of study with knowledge and experience. They're being able to grow and understand their potential in valuable ways that opens the doors to endless possibility. And from here, you have confidence and capability to forge new pathways, become leaders or be leaders, and strive to make a real and lasting difference. We are so proud of you. This week, Massey University is awarding a total of 1,335 students. That's a lot of handshakes for me. And at the ceremonies for professional and continuing education in the College of Humanities and Social Sciences, we will have a total of 282 in person and a further 78 in absentia. Ladies and gentlemen, today is a celebration of academic success. And while it is about you, graduates, it is also about your friends and your family who have helped carry you through this time in your life. With their support, with their encouragement, and perhaps some welcome distraction along the way. To those of you in the audience who are here to acknowledge the success of your loved one, I urge you, when they cross the stage, to shake my hand. Don't hold back. Be upstanding, be loud, applaud, sing, waiata, whatever you want to do. This is not the time to be shy. And to those of you preparing to accept your parchment, I encourage you to reflect on the magnitude of this moment right now. This achievement comes from your sacrifices and hardships, from your triumphs, your successes, with all of these experiences shaping who you are. As Chancellor, I welcome you to our Massey alumni whānau and hope through the many connections it offers, your careers will be supported and your lives will be enhanced. Each of you are now part of the Massey University legacy, and we look on proudly as you take your next big step. Congratulations once more on achieving all qualifications, and know that today, as you cross the stage, it symbolises not an end, but a beginning to a future of your choosing. Kia kaha, kia toa, kia rite, be strong, be brave, be ready. Nō reira, e hoa mā, e karangatanga. Tēnā koutou, a tēnā koutou, a tēnā koutou katoa. By the authority of the Council of Massey University, I, Michael Ahi, Chancellor, will now award the certificates and diplomas and confer the degrees on those to be presented and on those in absentia. Dr. Trudy Kane, Senior Lecturer from the School of People, Environment and Planning, and Associate Professor Fiona Te Momo, Associate Professor from Te Pūtahi Atoi, will present graduates and recipients of certificates and diplomas from the Centre for Professional and Continuing Education and the College of Humanities and Social Sciences. Professor Kerry Taylor, Head of School, Humanities, Media and Creative Communications, will hand out the parchments.
Chancellor, I have the honour to present for the Certificate in Foundation Studies the candidate I'm about to name, Thomas Moheb Halim Geras. Chancellor, I have the honour to present for the Certificate in University Preparation the candidate I'm about to name, Jaspreet Kaur Manka. Chancellor, I have the honour to present for the Diploma in Arts the candidates I'm about to name, Kim Marie Adam. Tegan Shakira Cap. Mark Edwins. Chancellor, I have the honour to present for graduation in the degree of Bachelor of Arts the graduates I'm about to name. Rebecca Ann Abel. Sharon Joy Anderton, Massey Scholar. Zelda Irene Beckett. Timothy David Kamel. Joel William Cattell. UK Chan. Claudia Rose Stewart Christensen. Kirsten Louise Clark. Emma Joyce Clark. Ashley Jade Kaufman Monk. Braxton and Marie Akanese Cordell Hunt. Peter William Cleveland Cordis. Mori De Pauli Groff. Fidel Esley Delgado Pimentel. Mina Maher Manuel Deza. Paige Alana Dixon. Uzair Dolly. Hannah Joan Falconho. Aniva Storm Feo. Larissa Rose Gifford. Georgia Kate Gilvere. Arizona Sian Haddon, Massey Scholar. Virginia Margaret Ann Hales. Charmaine Louise Hay. Derek Raymond John Hobbs. Daisy Lee Araha Holman. Joshua Adam Holt. Gabriella Amarim Jones. Holly Beverly Kagan Downer. Islam Khaled Abbas. Michaela Rhiannon Grace Lambert Vickers. Dennis John Lashley, posthumous. Chancellor, this award is made posthumously and will be collected on behalf of Dennis John Lashley by his partner Megan O'Sullivan and brother Tony Lashley. Kezia Raylene Lavea. Daria Lavrinovich. Kate Ilona Laurie, Massey Scholar. Jenna Lindsay Lundy. Vanessa Claire Line. Cecilia Emma Mamaloa. Hannah Rose Brooke Mackenzie Bell. Rebecca Marie Martin. Megan Louise McIsaac. Jasmine Deanne McMahon. Logan Malor. Kerry Ann Miller, Massey Scholar. Helena Rose Moore. Catherine Shian Mulderry. Shione Murdoch Pike. Caitlin Marie O'Brien. Thomas Andrew Olson. Veronica Margaret Grace O'Toole. Laulave Cambridge Loto Okolani Otataha. Ashlyn Ruby Pascoe. Justine Michelle Payen. Keely Michelle Pender. Gemma Elizabeth Pyle. Arishma Monisha Prakash.
Morris John Sweeney Prenderville. Sarah Rakoya. Kayla Marie Ralph. Victoria Rapson, Massey Scholar. Samantha Marie Nicole Ralston, Massey Scholar. Liliai Nora Sau. Bree Lynn Joyce Stiven. Florence Strickland. Rakake Tangaroa. Tony Paramato Te Ahuru. Shanae Shanisha Tambaran Karam. Micah Joyce Thornton. Fa'aulu Tomuli Liuliu Afoa. Peter Douglas Tutty. Keegan Ben Van Tonda. Jordan Peter Velvis. Colleen Helena Verbicas. Sebastian Uitran Waldschmidt. Ashley Josephine Walkinshaw. Jennifer Lee Wallace. Emma Jessie Webster. Bronwyn Ann Wikaira. Elizabeth Estelle Stanforth-Williams. Chung Hei Wong. Zi Ching Huan. Chancellor, I have the honour to present for graduation in the conjoint degree of Bachelor of Arts and Bachelor of Science the graduand I am about to name, Jordan David John Allen. Chancellor, I have the honour to present for graduation in the degree of Bachelor of Communication the graduands I'm about to name, Ashley Marie Richards. Holly Ann Taylor, Massey Scholar. Thank you, Chancellor.
Kia ora mai tātou, thank you everybody. It is now my very great pleasure to invite Ronji Tanielu to address the graduands. Ronji is Samoan, Tokalauan, born in Samoa and raised in Mangere, South Auckland, where he continues to live with his Samoan wife, Rabina. Ronji grew up in a state house surrounded by the risk factors academics talk about, violence, gangs, and drugs. But his faith in God, a strong family, education, finding employment, and support from others helped him break the cycle of poverty and crime many of his family and friends were in. Ronji and Rabina returned to New Zealand in 2017 after serving as Christian missionaries in Tanzania, Nigeria, the Philippines, Israel, and many other countries. Ronji is currently working with the Salvation Army, aiming to be as positively disruptive as possible and advocating to politicians, bureaucrats, and other stakeholders for law and policy change in housing, food insecurity, problem debt, gambling harm, and other social areas. Please, ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together and warmly welcome Ronji.
Hey everyone, hey family, wave at me if you can hear me. Awesome, wave at me if you're good looking. Obviously we've got some very confident people in the room. Turn to your neighbor and say, it's wonderful to see you today. Awesome, turn to your other neighbor and say, can I have some money please? Man, I absolutely love graduations, so my Lord. Well, let's get started. Kia ora whānau, ngā mihi mahana kia koutou katoa I raro o te ngō tātou heu karaiti, mā lo le soifua mai le langi e mamā, o te whātālofa atu le swafapa I o Yesu ke riso tātou ali'i whaola. Greetings in the beautiful name of Jesus Christ. My name is Ronji Tanielu. I've been given an hour for my speech, but I'll try and cut it down a little bit, and I'm absolutely honored to come and share with you today. Hey family, can I be really honest? I think you're scraping the bottom of the barrel when it comes to guest speakers today. Because I think you've drawn the short straw, because I'm not a celebrity, I'm not anyone famous, I'm not an influencer, whatever that is. I'm not an academic or an expert in anything. Other graduations have had guest speakers who are CEOs and politicians and other celebs. Sorry guys, you got me. I apologize in advance, but I'll try my best, whānau. I want to thank the university for taking a risk in inviting me to come and speak with you today. I want to acknowledge and honor all the families and friends who've come to celebrate and cheer the graduates on today. And I want to give a massive congratulations to all of those who are graduating today, those who are getting a certificate, all the way through those who are getting a PhD. This is a wonderful occasion, and mā aloha lava and well done to you. In Samoa, we have what's called the whaumu or the tiususu. Some of you have heard it today already. This is a loud shout when we're happy and we're celebrating and we're honoring something. We also use it when we're fighting, but we're not doing that today. And it sounds like this. It goes, chee-hoo! Hey, that's called a whaumu or tiususu. Everyone give it a go on the count of 3. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Okay, I'm going to ask all of the Massey Uni staff and lecturers and all of our families to give a loud chee-hoo to all the graduates. Ready? Are you ready? On the count of 3. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Again, ready? 1, 2, 3. Okay, you guys gave it a good chance. It sounded like you guys were saying choo-choo, but that's all right. Hey, we'll get moving. To all the graduates that are here today, can I ask you to give a hearty chihu to celebrate each other, your friends that are graduating and marching today, but to also honor all of your whānau and friends that have come to acknowledge your achievements. Okay, so ready on the count of 3. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Okay, turn to your neighbor and do it. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Okay, I think the lecturers got it by a little bit. Hey family, I remember my graduation from university well. I was just glad to get out of uni, to be honest. I had been grinding to get my degrees. I was working 3 or 4 jobs during my time at university. I was paying off a mortgage, helping to pay off a mortgage in our family house in Mangere, all at the same time of trying to keep my university education alive. And to be honest, family, I can understand the sacrifices and the late nights and the begging for an extension and the last-minute assignments and freaking out over exams and getting loaded up on coffee and maybe other substances as well, and trying to get study notes to try and get you through. I respect the hustle, and I understand that. And to be honest, family, now you're at the end of this part of your journey. In the time that I've got left, I want to share a few important lessons that I've learnt that hopefully might help you, maybe challenge you in the next parts of the journey. Firstly, your university education is an absolute privilege. We live in a society that talks about privilege that's based on your skin color. I completely disagree with that. I believe that those of us with university qualifications are truly privileged. Did you know that only about 15% of New Zealanders have a bachelor's degree? Did you know that about 4% of New Zealanders have a master's degree and less than 1% have a PhD? Those are pretty small numbers compared to the rest of Aotearoa. My parents moved from beautiful Samoa to give us a chance for a better life and to get an education here in Aotearoa. I remember marching down Queen Street on my graduation day. I was getting a little bit emotional seeing you guys cross the floor. And I was seeing my boys and my church and my family, and they were celebrating those achievements. But I remember my parents. All of their sons are big giants like me, but my parents are small. And my dad was standing off to the side, just quiet, just stoic, watching everything. But my mum was standing to the side next to him and weeping. And it wasn't like the Shortland Street cry that's just one tear. It was just the, don't laugh at my mum, guys. Hey. At that moment, I fully understood all of their hard work, their sacrifice to give me a chance to enjoy the privilege of a university education. Whānau, we can't afford to forget that privilege. Secondly, I'm married to a beautiful Samoan woman named Pina. Between me and Pina, we have 6 degrees from different universities in this country. And we acknowledge and we're grateful for our education. Can I be really honest too? The second thing is, university qualifications don't automatically make you smart. For example, I think that we should value other skills, other abilities, other virtues, other values that you bring to the table. I would much rather be street smart growing up in Mangere than sometimes being book smart and doing the work that I do. See, I work in policy and law. I engage with politicians and industry leaders and bureaucrats and CEOs, and I'm engaging with them all the time. And I use these street smarts to try and engage with them and read them and build relationship with them. And to be honest, sometimes smell the BS in them as well. See, My wife and I has served as Christian missionaries, as was said, overseas. And we were always the minority because you'll hardly ever find Samoans in Tanzania or Nigeria or the Philippines. But we used our cultural and our people skills to engage and serve different people around the world. See, it's awesome, family, that you have your pieces of paper. But I'm asking you, combine your own skills, your own values, your own virtues, your abilities, the experiences that you gain through your cultural background or your family or your life skills. Combine all of those things with those pieces of paper and then move on to the next phases of life. It's an absolutely powerful combination. Thirdly, never forget where you come from. I loved growing up in Māngere. It's tattooed all over my body. The scars are there as well. But violence, abuse, poverty, drugs, gangs, all of those things are in my community, but also in my home as well. See, I grew up in a government or a state house, and I lived with overcrowding. I struggled financially. But see, my parents did the best that they could to raise me as well as possible. See, my mum was a strong, hard-working woman who challenged me to work hard, get an education, and don't depend on the government. Don't blame the government just because we were poor and we grew up in a state house. She saw living in Aotearoa as an absolute privilege. My dad reminded us to use the opportunities that we had to try and influence and positively change the systems that we now live within in Aotearoa. See, family, my family wasn't perfect. We had massive obstacles to overcome, and we're still trying to overcome some of them now. See, my parents pushed us to work hard, serve our communities, and follow God. Where have you come from, whānau? What's built and shaped your resilience, your determination, your drive, your story? Who's been influential in that journey for you? I bet money there's a whole bunch of those people at the back there. See, those things, those people, those experiences, they ground us. They keep us humble. They remind us of what our why is. They help us to stay focused on our goals, and they help us to navigate the dark, tough, and hard parts of the journey that are just about to start. Finally, please try to change the world for the better. Look, I know that sounds a little bit like a Miss Universe, I want world peace kind of statement. To be honest, family, I truly believe it. I'm challenging you to use this privileged education that you have, combine it with all the other skills and abilities and personalities and background that you have as a person, add a pinch of your roots and remembering where you come from. Put that all together to try and bring as much positive, powerful, innovative, meaningful change to the world that we live in. See, I currently work in identifying gaps and problems in our communities, in our society, in the different systems of law and policies, in housing, problem debt, addictions, food insecurity. It's a hard, hard thing to do. Finding and describing those gaps is half the equation. The other half is trying to develop solutions, ideas, innovations, and disruptions that will try to fix those problems. See, I don't believe that every single system or institution or structure in our culture, in our country, is inherently racist or discriminatory. But I do believe that there are broken parts of our system, unfair parts of our systems, that we must try to bring solution and change to. Family, you're graduating from humanities and social science qualifications. You'll be involved in serving our communities. You'll be working with people in whānau, and many of them are going through some dark, hard, complex times. It's hard work you're going into. But I challenge you, graduates, that you're also there to bring change, solutions, ideas to our communities and to the systems that we work within. I did some work last year called Disrupting Food Insecurity in Aotearoa. My workplace, the Salvation Army, gives over 100,000 food parcels in this country every year. We shouldn't be doing that. And we're starting to see second and third generations of the same family come to get food help from us. In that report, I tried to look at solutions to break cycles of dependency, reduce the reliance on the government, and look at disruptive solutions to try and fix these things. I put forward an idea that cost about $1 billion around having a national network of social enterprise supermarkets. That's a big, scary idea. But I'd much rather spend my time working on stopping people from falling over the cliff than to constantly be at the bottom of the cliff in that ambulance. That's me, whānau. I hope some of this has been helpful to you in some way. Again, mad love to the family and friends and teachers that have cheered you on in this journey. To the graduates, again, massive congrats. This part of the journey is over. Other adventures, other hard parts, other stories, other parts of the journey now await you. Man, go hard, whānau. On behalf of me and my ainga, cheehu!
Tēnā rā koe, Ronji. Far from scraping the bottom of the barrel, I think we have all been uplifted with the top of it today. Thank you so much, Ronji. Can we give him another round of applause? Thank you for your inspiration and challenge. Ladies and gentlemen, we will now continue with the conferment of degrees and the award of university diplomas.
Chancellor, I have the honour to present for the Graduate Certificate in Arts the candidates I'm about to name: Rosemary Johnson, Lena Zhao, Chancellor, I have the honour to present for the Graduate Diploma in Arts the candidates I'm about to name: Uzma Aslam, Victoria Bridget Franklin, Caroline Lillian Eugenie Gask, Lorraine Hanson Knight, Yvette Jane Knight, Brittany Jordan Lesieur, Lisa Roberts, Laura Joy Thrush, Chancellor, I have the honour to present for the Postgraduate Certificate in Arts the candidate I'm about to name, Lisa Faye Moritz. Chancellor, I have the honour to present for the Postgraduate Certificate in International Security the candidate I'm about to name, Harry Fisue Risali. Chancellor, I have the honour to present for the Postgraduate Diploma in Applied Linguistics the candidate I'm about to name, Maureen Gorter. Chancellor, I have the honour to present for the Postgraduate Diploma in Arts the candidates I am about to name, Sean Anna Conferral Davis, with distinction. Aroha mai. She didn't appear today, but kei te pai, Susan Franklin. Kushla Annette Gunn. Bahrain Jacobus Lewis. Savannah Ruth Moet with distinction. Houston Brooke Murray. Nolisha Priyanka Naidu. Chancellor, I have the honour to present for the Postgraduate Diploma in International Development the candidate I'm about to name, Miliani Moyo Fuetaimai. Chancellor, I have the honour to present for the Postgraduate Diploma in International Security the candidate I am about to name, Logan Keith Jackson, with distinction. Chancellor, I have the honour to present for the graduation in the degree of Bachelor of Arts Honours the graduates I am about to name, Mushkan Arukuma Defta. Julia Sean Stewart, First Class Honours. Chancellor, I have the honour to present for the graduation in the degree of Masters of Arts the graduates I'm about to name, Ruby Ann Kane, with distinction. Christabel Sujata with Sami with distinction. Anne Victoria Silva with distinction. June Elizabeth Terry. Elizabeth E. Van Giffen with distinction, Masterate Scholar. Chancellor, I have the honour to present for the graduation of the degree of Master of International Security the graduates I am about to name, Jordan John Groves. Samuel Ray Rasmussen. Stephanie Rushby with distinction. Dima Jedediah Wai. Chancellor, I have the honour to present for the graduation the degree of Master of Resource and Environmental Planning, the graduate I am about to name, Shitao Naidu. Chancellor, I have the honour to present for the graduation in the degree of Master of Sustainable Development, the graduate I am about to name, Natalia Tordevalles Gonzalez, with distinction. Chancellor, I have the honour to present for the postgraduate diploma in psychological practice the candidates I am about to name, Amory Tupole Ahi Hoyt Eric. Deshika Priya Hira. Rhiannon Phoenix Lindorf Moore. Lucy Elizabeth Nicol. Samuel George William Payne. Chancellor, the degrees are also conferred and the diplomas are also awarded to those who are in absentia. Thank you, Chancellor.
Kia ora mai tātou, thank you everyone. It is now my pleasure to invite Arizona Haddon to make the valedictory address on behalf of the students. Arizona Haddon is of Māori and Samoan descent with Wakapapa to Waikato Tainui and the villages of Luia and Musumusu in Samoa. She completed a Bachelor of Arts degree majoring in sociology, focusing on housing and urban issues towards her final years. Last year, her study on gentrification entered into the Global Undergraduate Awards and was named the global winner of the Sociology and Social Policy category. During her degree, Arizona became deeply involved in student politics, serving as secretary and then treasurer of Massey Albany Pacifica Students Association. She's now studying a Master of Urban Planning degree at the University of Auckland as a recipient of the Kupe Leadership Scholarship. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming Arizona to the stage.
Thank you. I finished preparing this speech exactly 3 years and 2 months after the Christchurch mosque attacks. On that day, we as a nation were forced to take a good look at ourselves and ask how we let such a wicked hate crime happen in this country. In the days that followed, I remember us heading to our classes, feeling hurt and frustrated. And then I watched as many of you turned to question the institutions, systems, practices and discourses that acted as fuel to this fire. That same processing of emotions called many of us to ihu mātau, to sit and protest against the development of raupatu land. It led us onto the streets and behind the pack of Generation Zero, pushing the zero carbon bill over the line. It got us out in our communities, helping to bridge gaps in support throughout the COVID pandemic, despite our studies. It raised us to stand with Palestine, and now again with Ukraine. It is this constant search for justice that underpins the arguments in our essays. It inspires our research. It ignites action. We often hear that generations these days are facing what feels like an insurmountable set of crises. And while that prospect should breed hopelessness, it is people like you who keep me inspired. You remind me that there are people in this world who want to see change, who want to do better for their whānau, who are breaking intergenerational cycles. You remind me that people are willing to challenge their own assumptions, that we thrive in diversity, and that people with a good enough why will withstand almost any how. You remind me that the mountains we are trying to move are full of low-hanging fruit. Thank you all for shining your light. To your families, whānau, and friends, thank you for sacrificing time with us while we studied, for trusting the process, and for believing we are capable enough, for cooking and cleaning for us, for supporting us no matter the distance. To our academics and support staff, thank you for planting seeds of knowledge, for endlessly offering your time and your feedback. Thank you for pushing us to think deeper and to ask better questions. To our student-led associations and clubs, thank you for your often thankless advocacy, your representation, and the vibrancy you bring to student life. Thank you to our administration, library, health, maintenance, professional, pastoral, and technical support staff for ensuring our online and physical campuses are well looked after and that we are well cared for. And to our senior leadership teams, thank you for steering this university towards better outcomes, for committing Massey to becoming a te tiriti-led and net zero institution. Many of us can say that we found our tūranga waiwai, our place to stand here at Massey University. Today, we celebrate this. Thank you.
Thank you, Arizona. I think you put out that you are inspired by this group. I think we are all inspired by you. Someone with a strong enough why can deal with any how. What an incredible wakatauaki. Thank you, Arizona. Another round of applause for Arizona, please. Ladies and gentlemen, we now come to the final part of our formalities today, the conferment of doctoral graduates.
Chancellor, a doctorate, either a PhD or a professionally named doctorate, is the highest research degree awarded by the university. The successful completion of a doctorate represents a significant achievement through the submission of a sustained piece of research expressed in the production of a written thesis of no more than 100,000 words, or a creative work of equivalent size or scope, or via a series of publications. Candidates are expected to make an original contribution to knowledge in a specific field of study. Candidates will typically spend 3 to 4 years full-time research solving a problem or addressing a particular set of questions. An international panel of experts then examines the resulting body of work through both written and oral examination. Doctoral research is challenging and represents a huge commitment to advancing research and scholarship. We honour the achievements of our doctoral graduands by inviting them to come onto the stage. thereby formally welcoming them into the academic and scholarly community, and acknowledging their entitlement to be called Doctor. Chancellor, I have the honour to present for graduation in the degree of Doctor of Clinical Psychology the graduands I am about to name. Natalia Damjanovic, Doctoral Scholar. Chancellor, weight loss surgery is the most successful treatment for obesity, yet poor physical and psychosocial outcomes are common. Ms. Damjanovic investigated the impact of an acceptance and commitment therapy-based intervention on post-bariatric surgery individuals, in addition to exploring their experiences with body image and eating behaviour. Findings supported ACT as a valuable intervention that improved individuals' post-operative well-being. Chancellor, Dr. Damjanovic. Kate Heppington, Doctoral Scholar. Intergenerational programs bring children and older adults together. Ms. Heppington used a multi-method approach to explore preschool children's experiences of older adults within an intergenerational program. The findings showed that the children had developed relationships with the older adults as a collective, and that the identification of older adults was mainly done through a singular physical feature like wrinkles. Chancellor, Dr. Heppington. Ella Crock, Doctoral Scholar. A significant proportion of people with depression do not recover as expected following treatment and are considered to have treatment-resistant depression. Using a narrative approach, Ms. Crock explored the experiences and understandings of this group. She found that, shaped by a culture of individual accountability within mental health settings, participants blamed themselves for their lack of recovery from depression. Chancellor, Dr. Crock. Amber McAllister. Ms. McAllister explored the whānau experience of suicide loss with a particular focus on resilience and well-being. Her findings revealed how stigma influences the bereavement experiences for whānau, highlighting barriers at the systemic level, and showed the significance of Wairua, Māori culture and the whānau unit. Ms. McAllister's study contributes to the fields of psychology, suicidology and resilience. Chancellor, Dr. McAllister. Dominica Watts. Subjective cognitive complaints reported in normal ageing and after mild traumatic brain injury are often unrelated to objective cognitive functioning. Ms. Watts found that in these two populations, Psychological factors were most strongly associated with reporting of complaints. Her research makes practical recommendations for individuals and health services addressing cognitive complaints. Chancellor, Dr. Watts. Brooke Yelovich. Many individuals experience psychological distress do not attend therapy after being referred to a mental health service. Ms. Yelovich used a cross-sectional survey to investigate factors which may impact attendance of psychological appointments. Findings demonstrated non-attendance was related to a range of psychological and practical factors, including therapy anxiety, safety behaviours, motivation, stigma, employment, forgotten appointments, and family commitments. Chancellor, Dr. Yelovich. Chancellor, I have the honour to present for graduation in the degree of Doctor of Philosophy the graduand I'm about to name. Anthony Matson, Doctoral Scholar. Chancellor, family violence in Aotearoa, New Zealand is pervasive, profoundly gendered and complicated by many factors. Mr. Matson found the stories of migrant men who used violence against their intimate partners were ambivalent and contradictory, and the men's gendered understandings were dynamic, contextual, and related with wider socio-cultural structures that enabled and constrained certain ways of being in the world. Chancellor, Dr. Matson. Thank you, Chancellor. Would all our graduates please stand? Oh, not you, graduates, few graduates. Oh, beautiful. Perfect. He honore nui te whakatau atu I a koutou. Hei raukura o te kuninga ki pure huroa. It is my great honour to welcome you as alumni of Massey University. The award of a university degree carries many privileges, but like all privileges, it also carries responsibilities. I charge you, as graduates of Massey University, to use what you have learnt for your own betterment and for the benefit of your communities. I charge you to use the skills and knowledge you have acquired with rigour and integrity, and to commit yourselves to a program of lifelong learning and discovery. I charge you to remember the lessons Massey University has taught you about the worth of others, particularly those who've not had the opportunities that you have had. I charge you to set goals and to continue the hard work that has brought you so far. And in all that you do, I charge you to be deserving of the good name of Massey University. Congratulations. now be seated.
Thank you, Vice-Chancellor. A tēnā tātou te pori. Congratulations once more, graduates. What an amazing ceremony. Thank you so much. And thank you, everybody. Ladies and gentlemen, at the conclusion of this ceremony, guests are requested to remain in their seats, if you can, until the processions have left the auditorium. I therefore declare this congregation to be adjourned. If I could ask you please to stand and join with us in a rousing rendition of our national anthem.